Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is an anime collab which my friend Steph has invited me to participate in along with other amazing artists here on YouTube. And since the thing is anime, it was impossible for me to say no. Last time I made everyone's favorite Papacito Albino Gojo and this time I'll make Haruka Sakura from Windbreaker. If you don't know what Windbreaker is, it's an anime about high school delinquents who are the protectors of their neighborhood. The animation is excellent as their fight scenes. It reminds me a bit of Tokyo Revengers, but without the time travel. Sakura is the protagonist. He has a very striking design which caught my attention when I started watching the anime last year. I am very excited to do this project, and even more because season 2 is coming this April. So before we start, please subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to get notified when I upload new videos. And without further ado, let's get started. I was so lucky to get a second-hand Everafter High Boydle, which I already cleaned out so I can work with it. I really miss working with these dolls, since they are perfect for making anime characters, especially boys. Like every costume, I start with the hair first, and as you can see I already have my hair wets ready, which I made using acrylic yarn. Sakura-kun has two colors, black and white, like Cruella de Vil, and I separate the hair wets so I could work them in order, just like I did with his quick cut drawing the parting line. With that, I begin to glue the hair wets. Once the wets are glued, this is how they look on the wig cap, which means that I can now begin to cut, and for that I will use my scalpel to have a more defined cut at the tips of the hair. Using a wet brush, I lowered the volume of the hair to be able to style it better. I know that for some people this is difficult to do, but when you put into practice, the process is a piece of cake. If it helps, I always watch cosplay videos on how to style wigs, since technically they are the same thing, but in different sizes. This is how the hairstyle looks, and to be clear, I never use glue to style it. Now to keep it the shape, I'll set it with hairspray. After it has dried, I apply another coat just for more protection. And with that, Sakura-kun hairstyle is ready. Now continue with the repaint. I already applied 3 layers of Mr. Super Clear on his face, so I can draw the lines in a more defined way. Talking a little about the character, Haruka Sakura may look and act like a tough guy, but he's quite the opposite, since when someone compliments him or thanks for something, he always blushes, which makes him very adorable. Or you could even say that he is a tsundere. After having drawn the lines on his face, I begin to contour so it doesn't look so flat and to give it a more realistic touch. Then I continue to contour his cheeks, but not too much since I don't want him to blush. After another layer of spray, I begin to put the base on his eyes in different colors, since he has heterochromia, and I could also say bibaltism because of the two tones of his hair. With a dark brown pencil, I'm going to go over the details little by little, and then I'll go over the details of his eyes with my pencils. After having used the pencils, I start to use the brushes. With white paint only on the left eye, I paint his eyelashes and achieve the same effect that I did with Gojo's eyes. With a black pencil, I highlight the right eye more. And with more pencils, I touch off the eyes more and more to finish placing the shine with white Posca. And this is how the face will look. I have never painted eyes of different colors, and I must say that I'm very excited. You could say that I was very inspired doing this part, since I wanted to make a handsome boy. Okay, after having placing the head on the body, I protected the eyes and the mouth line with gloss varnish. I cut the hair and touched it up a bit more so that it could better fit the shape of the head. And wow, with the hair on it looks different. And with that, the face is ready. Now I will start working on his uniform. For the fabric, I'm going to use this dark green poplin fabric, which is quite similar to the color of the uniform. I'll start with the pants first, using this pattern that I used in previous projects, which I modified so that the hem is a little longer. And this is how they will look after being sewn by hand off camera. To make the belt of the pants, I will use this white ribbon, which I will paint with light brown mixed with Mod Podge to give a leather effect. I didn't want to complicate making the buckle, so I simply draw it and paint it with silver to then protect it with gloss varnish. And this is how it turned out. The varnish definitely gives it a nice touch. Putting the belt on was very simple, and thank God I didn't have any complications. The best thing is that it looks well attached to the pants, which was something I didn't expect. Foreign students always accompany their uniform with some personal clothing, and Sakura-kun only wears a simple white shirt, which I made with cotton fabric. Looking like this on the body of my mannequin. Now for the most important piece of clothing, which is his coat, I will again use the fabric I used for the pants, but this time including this green fabric since I will make a lining in the back. But before that I will work on the decoration of the slits. I sew a green ribbon to the bottom, and with a thin white ribbon I decorate the left sleeve, since according to this image, one line represents the first year students of fooding. With a fine brush, I begin to paint black zigzag lines. And with gold paint, I decorate the edges covering the stitching lines. I carefully remove the masking tape. And this is how the decoration of the slits will look. Well, in both slits. I already sewed both parts separately and I will only have to join them with the needle. But since it is a bit of a tedious process, I will simply do this, and this, and this, and this is how the coat turned out, and the lining has certainly turned out wonderful despite having sewn it by hand. Seriously, you have no idea how proud I am of having achieved this on my first attempt. I also include the sleeve decoration on the collar just like Sakura has in the anime. Now with these mini makeup pearls that I painted silver, I will glue them on to simulate the buttons of the uniform, including the one of the collar. With black paint, I add some extra details to make it stand out more, and with that his coat is ready. For the shoes, I will reuse these ones that I already painted before, which I will simply modify a little with my scalpel so that they have the appearance of sports shoes, leaving them like this. I will repaint and decorate the same shoes again, so that they look like Sakura-kun, finishing off by protecting them with more gloss varnish. Giving me this result, and wow, they look like new. I decided to include him an accessory, which is this Barbie phone, which I repainted to make it look like a simple phone. And with that, Haruka Sakura is ready. Now let's see the final photos. Making this doll was definitely a lot of fun. I really miss customizing these ever after high dolls, and who knows, maybe I'll keep doing it. His face of course was definitely my favorite part of the whole process. Although I must also say that I love making his uniform, especially with the little details and the decoration on the slits. Well, thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel to see more content like this. And also follow me on my Instagram and TikTok as the Harder Adults. The link to my coffee page is in the description of the video. If you want to buy me a coffee, I would really appreciate it. Remember, this video is part of a collaboration, so don't forget to check out the videos made by Ben Rasdem, Stefu Doll, Starlight Dream Dolls, Tiffany's Tiny Fins, and Lady Dynamite Creates. They all did an excellent job with their dolls, which made me so happy to participate. That's all for today, guys. My name is Eric, and I'll see you next time. Bye!